Scavengers Reign is a new adult animated sci-fi miniseries that has 12 full episodes available right now on Max, and I'll be honest, going into this, I didn't know what to expect, but after finishing all 12 episodes of Scavengers Reign, I think this is one of the best adult animated sci-fi miniseries I've ever seen, and it's definitely one of the better adult animated shows to come out in 2023. The story of Scavengers Reign is pretty simple. A freighter ship called the Demeter crashes on an alien planet, and the survivors have to find their way back to the shipwreck and hopefully find a way off the planet as well. It's a fight for survival on an alien world, and I love this story. It's relatively simple as it unfolds without getting into spoilers throughout Scavengers Reign. There are a good amount of twists and turns, and the world itself kind of becomes a character in this story, and the design of this world in Scavengers Reign, this alien planet, it is incredible. It's beautiful to boot, but on top of that, there are so many moving pieces and so many symbiotic relationships that you'll just sit there and watch play out, and it's fantastic. It's so well thought out. There's so much love and care put into it. The animation quality for some of these really small moments is just ridiculous. And frankly, the animation throughout this entire series is ridiculous. Not only is it very high quality, everything's very smooth, there's a lot of moving pieces, the colors are all vibrant and fantastic, and there's so many varied environments on top of that, but on top of all of that for this animation is the creativity within it. Just seeing some of the animals they came up with and the way their biology works, seeing how the planet interacts with different aspects of itself, or how it interacts with our main cast of characters. There's just so much creativity and fun animation stuff in this show that if you are a fan of just animation as an art form, this show is absolutely worth your time, because you will just sit there from episode to episode being wholly impressed by some of the creative things they came up with for this alien planet. And you know what? It's not even just the alien planet. I thought that it was, and then I remembered as I was reading off my script that there's a series of robot characters in this show, without going into spoilers, that take on such a cool sci-fi role throughout the story. And I won't spoil it here, but this is just my way of saying I was impressed by just about every facet of this show from a creative standpoint, whether that be animation or the voice actors putting in stuff, or the world design, or the story itself, which is simple but serviceable for what they've set up here. It's all just top notch, and this brings us into the one problem I had with this show, and it's a good problem to have, don't get me wrong. This is a problem that's very subjective, probably just to me, and it is a sort of a I want more of it kind of issue. The one thing I really love about sci-fi stories, especially ones that take place on really interesting alien planets, is the experimentation and the observation within that new environment. I like seeing people in a brand new environment with all these weird plants and animals, and they have to find a way to not only survive, but learn to use the environment and the creatures within the environment to their advantage. And there are some small moments like that in Scavengers Reign for sure, but I really wanted to see more of them, because this crazy alien planet they've created has so many weird moving pieces that are just glossed over, and it's not that I want them all explained, I just kind of want them explored a little bit more thoroughly by our characters. I want there to be one character in this show that is just overwhelmed like the audience is, seeing this crazy environment, who's asking questions, who's looking around, maybe getting into a little bit of trouble. There really isn't that character in this story, and I don't think it needs that character for this story to work, because I think it all works fine by the end of it. But that's the one thing Scavengers Reign is missing for me. A little bit more wonder, I guess, in the exploration of the environments, because every character that's in this show kind of already knows what they're doing. There's one particular moment where two characters use an alien as a mask to filter the air so they can breathe in a toxic environment, and that's never explained. There's not a scene where they're like, oh, these things can fly in here, maybe we can attach them to our faces and use it like that. There's not a scene like that, they just sort of do it, and that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. I want that setup and then that payoff, because that's kind of the fun sci-fi loop of new environments like this. But setting that aside, I really don't have anything else to complain about when it comes to Scavengers Reign. It really is that good of a sci-fi story. It has that good of animation, that good of performances, that interesting of a world. It's just fantastic. And while the story is smaller, sure, you shouldn't go into this expecting like Star Wars on this alien planet or it's all crazy. This is a relatively small story with a small cast of characters, but it works really, really well, and I would absolutely recommend everybody go and check out this show. I do think I have to ding it one point because they kind of glossed over a lot of things I was interested in seeing. So I'm comfortable giving this a 9 out of 10. If I had to give it a score out of 10, it's definitely closer to a 10 than a 9, so maybe a 9.5 is fair. But I absolutely adored this. I cannot wait to check out more small little sci-fi series like this, because I do love a good sci-fi plot, and Scavengers Reign definitely has that, and then some on top of it. So go check out Scavengers Reign on Max, and thank you all very much for watching this video. Apologies for my voice, I'm a little bit under the weather. I don't have a whole lot for this little thanks for watching update thing. I made a post about what's up next. We're gonna do a review of Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix, and that'll be the first time I've had Netflix since May or June of this year, one of the two, because I canceled it after reviewing Mulligan and after the whole Inside Job situation because I didn't want to support that. But now they're releasing a show that looks really dang good, so I'm going to pay for a month of Netflix to check out that show, let you guys know about it to see if there is a reason to renew your Netflix subscription. And then after that, because I already paid for the Netflix subscription and it's been a long enough amount of time, I'm going to check out the new season of Big Mouth, because apparently they did the thing I asked them to do where they finally send them off to high school. I mean, I guess we'll see if that makes the show any better, but I'll give it a try at the very least. If I don't finish it, I'll let you guys know at the end of the Blue Eye Samurai review. But that's about it. Once again, thanks for watching, thanks for the support, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.